Hello, everybody. Today, we are looking at the greatest WWE wrestlers of the 21st century so far. This is the JD Theory. Welcome if you're new. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy and want to come back for more content. But right now, we are on a mission to look at this Bleacher Report list, see how it is. This would be from the year 2000 up till 2025. We are a quarter into this century. So yeah, why not make a list like this? Bleacher Report. Let's see what you're all about. Eric Beeston would be the author. October 15th. I'm recording this on the 17th. I haven't seen... I saw an MSN article at work that said... what was it saying? That Cena was ranked high on the list. I don't know where he lands on the list. I haven't looked at the list. So let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. Now, as for the write-up portion, let's see. Nothing crazy, great advertisement. We have an honorable mention, Mr. Bray Wyatt. Wow. I think that's a huge ovation to Mr. Wyatt here. Glad they gave him a shout out. One of the most creative minds in modern wrestling. Unfortunately, he did pass away. May his soul rest in peace. And his creations, his ideas, will live forever, and they still are prevalent in the modern day landscape with the Wyatt Six. So yeah, of course, shout out to Bray Wyatt. In my personal opinion, one of the best ever, man. We have Kane. Yeah, I mean, dude, Kane has been with the company for a long time. I think the Attitude Era was probably his most prolific period. I think about Night of Champions versus Undertaker. Think about all those Hell in a Cell matches. I think about Slow Chemical, the Finger 11 version of his theme song. Yeah, man, even Team Hell No, the ambulance match with Cena and Ryder and all that fun stuff, man. Kane, he deserves it. Maybe he's not the best in-ring performer, but I'm completely okay with giving Kane his flowers. He's an honorable mention, all right? Well, the Big Show. Yeah, in a similar boat to Kane. I mean, he's just he's a worker, man. He does his part. He puts people over. He's the big man that we could all topple if we need a new superstar on the rise. Iconic, great guy. How do you not love Paul White, man? Just a great guy. Love the Big Show. Very big star, honestly. He's one of the low-key biggest wrestlers ever. Not just in size, but in popularity. I don't know if you could hear my dogs barking. You might be able to. Sorry. Others receiving votes. Okay, so this was a voted on list. It's not just the author. It seems maybe Bleacher Report got together. Everybody, whoever was on the panel, took some votes, and that's how we ended up where we are. We have Dolph Ziggler, Goldberg, Matt Hardy, Rob Van Dam, Christian, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, The Miz, and Chris Benoit. All right, fair honorable mentions. I guess I'll touch on all of them briefly. I mean, Dolph Ziggler, God, man. Probably bestseller of all time, dude. You could put him in that conversation with Michaels. He was really great at what he did. And in ring, I mean, dude, look at the work he's doing as Nick Nemeth right now with his brother, Ryan Nemeth. It's great. The dude's amazing. Goldberg, now... I think Goldberg you got to quantify to star power because he he's a shock value wrestler. The squash. The art of the squash. It's for a pop. And nobody was able to do that better than Goldberg. As much as you may not like Mr. Bill, he served a role with the company. Now, I don't think I would have had him on a list like this at all, just because I think his real time to shine was in the 90s. But he did have that huge comeback in the late 2010s, early 2020s. It was prolific. It was high profile. I understand. Matt Hardy. Who doesn't love Matt Hardy, man? Yeah, I think this is an obvious answer. I think you could have put Matt probably on the top 25. You know, could you have put the Big Show or Kane? You could have put Bray Wyatt. That's for sure. Matt Hardy, I'd say probably as well. Mr. Delete, Broken Matt Hardy, the final deletion, all his work in TNA also. Wow. I know this is a WWE-centric list, but Matt definitely has a lot more time in the WWE than his brother, which I assume we will see Jeff on the list, right? I think this is a little hint at that. But yeah, love Matt Hardy. RVD, one of the most over guys ever. Everybody loves Rob Van Dam. Yeah, of course. Best splash ever, man. Christian. I think this is a bit of a hint that we will see Edge on the list, as he should be. Maybe even in the top 10. I mean, Edge is a big deal. Christian had his moments too. I think about when he won the World Heavyweight Championship after Edge retired. That was a huge moment, very gratifying. Excuse my sniffle. It is October 17th as I'm recording this. The East Coast is cool right now. It is cold outside, baby. Sheamus. I feel like Sheamus could be on this list, man. When I just think of in-ring physicality, nobody does it like Sheamus, man. It's so believable. You feel it through the screen when he hits you. He had great championship reigns, good angles. I think about the bar being exciting. I think about, well, this is a bit of a silly one, but the, what was it? Man, the Nations. It was with Wade Barrett. Who else was in there, man? You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, The Miz, very, very prolific. He's a WrestleMania main eventer, must we not forget, and a two-time WWE champion. Much like Sheamus, he probably could have made the cut. But 25 superstars. Could you put The Miz on this list? Also up there with Dolph Ziggler, one of the best sellers of all time. I mean, The Miz knows how to make somebody look good. I think he's a very valuable asset to the WWE for that reason. Sami Zayn, now, there's been points in time where I've been more into Sami Zayn than I am now. I think WWE's mishandling him a bit. He still needs that big world title win. I think the US Open Challenge is really good for him right now as I'm recording this. And it's been very exciting. Of course, they misbooked the entire Karrion Kross angle, and Kross is no longer with the company as of recording. Once again, God only knows what happens. But yeah, Sami Zayn, I think we're going to see Kevin Owens on the actual list, and Chris Benoit, one of the, well, let's put this here first. Horrible human being, absolutely no doubt. There's no justification of any amount of injury that could justify the actions, right? But we're going to talk about Chris Benoit in ring. He is one of the most spectacular superstars ever. I mean, you look at some of these triple threat matches, man. Man, what a guy. What a talent. What a talent. Not what a guy, what a talent. Because Chris Benoit, he had that secret sauce, man. Also, killer theme song. Number 25, Kofi Kingston. All right. I'm down with this. Kofi Mania was a huge deal. Of course, we have all his work in the late 2000s, all the Royal Rumble spots, the New Day. Yes, it is. Even right now, even though the New Day is not being booked amazing, the heel turn itself was amazing. Yeah, Kofi belongs on this list. He's iconic. Let's see. He was the WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion 4 times, United States Champion 3 times, Raw Tag Team Champion 7 times. Whew. SmackDown Tag Team Champion 7 times also. That is a 14-time Tag Team Champion. And a World Tag Team Champion. So make that 15 times because, of course, we did have the brand split with the titles. I think we should unify them again, quite honestly. I don't think they're serving a great purpose right now, being separate. I mean, look at Finn Balor and JD McDonough. That's not moving the needle at all. SmackDown's doing great, though. Okay, yeah. Arriving on the roster 2008 with the ECW brand. 17 years on the main roster. All-time great trio with Xavier Woods and Big E Langston, the New Day baby. Unforgettable run as the WWE champion. Yeah. Hall of Famer career for sure. I'm not going to go through all the write-ups crazy, but just to get an idea of what's going on here, we got Booker T at number 24 now. Okay. Booker T, obviously an amazing superstar. I guess in the Ruthless Aggression era, he was very pivotal. I look at like 90s WCW Booker T as a really big deal, right? WWE, I don't know if he had that same level of attraction, but I could be wrong. I was not watching at the time. Retrospectively, though, and legacy-wise, I think Booker T is very important. His work on commentary and NXT is hilarious, man. We need funny commentary. I mean, it's great. Let's look at these accomplishments. Since 2000, he was the WCW champion, World Heavyweight champion, Intercontinental, United States champ 3 times, Hardcore champ 2 times, World Tag Team champ 3 times, WCW Tag Team champ, and the King of the Ring in 2006, which that is the most iconic version of Booker T in WWE, King Booker. And he was in the WWE Hall of Fame class in both 2013 and 2019. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, when some WCW stars first crossed over to WWE, I'd say Booker T probably had the most successful career out of anyone. I mean, there's Chris Benoit, there's Eddie Guerrero. Obviously, Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn would not have the same career. Goldberg. I think you could say Booker T has the best resume out of all these people. At least on paper. I'm sure we're going to see Eddie on the list. Number 23, Kevin Owens. Yes, we predicted Kevin Owens would be on the list. Extremely dynamic performer. I think you got to give it to him, man. He has such a passion for this industry. Look at this. WWE Universal Champion, the Intercontinental 2 times, U.S. Champ 3 times, Raw Tag Team Champion, SmackDown Tag Team Champion. I think the most iconic from Kevin Owens probably would be that Universal Championship run. His work with Jericho, of course, is legendary stuff. You got great work with Randy. You have great work with Sami Zayn. I mean, you could put Kevin Owens in a feud with anybody, and you're going to get great material out of it. Cody Rhodes, even right before he would get injured, which praying for his recovery. We could use KO right now, man. But yeah, deserves his spot on the list. Strong resume. Like I said, one of the most dynamic performers. You could get anything out of Kevin Owens. He's so adaptable and does it all at such a high level. Let's see. Dean Ambrose. Interesting to have put Ambrose on the list. Let's see. Since 2000, he was the WWE Champion, the Intercontinental Champion 3 times, United States Raw Tag Team Champion twice, and the 2016 Money in the Bank winner. Very strong resume. Very strong. See, the thing about Dean Ambrose on a list like this, and yes, his career with WWE is more extensive in resume, but I think his work as Jon Moxley is far more essential, right? He's pretty much the face of that company, at least right now. But all in all, I think you could have Dean on this list. Maybe I'll take a Matt Hardy over Dean Ambrose. And I hate to say it, but maybe a Chris Benoit over Dean Ambrose would be appropriate here. But I can't be mad at this because, dude, who doesn't love Dean? Especially the Shield days. Oh, come on, man. Great stuff. I think we're going to see Roman and Seth a lot higher. I wonder who they put above who. Do you give it to Seth or Roman? I would give it to Seth, but I think Roman will be higher on a list like this because it makes more sense. Cody Rhodes, 21. I think this is fair. Yes, he's been the face of the company for a while now. Let's look at the accolades first. He is the 2-time undisputed WWE Champion. He is the Intercontinental Champion twice. WWE Crown Jewel Champion in 2024, WWE Raw Tag Team Champion 4 times, SmackDown Tag Team Champion, World Tag Team Champion 3 times. He's the Royal Rumble winner in 2023 and 2024, and this year, 2025, he would win the King of the Ring tournament. Outstanding resume, especially if you just factor in the last 2 to 3 years. Excellent work. I mean, since he's come back to WWE, he has been the guy, undoubtedly. And yeah, man, the quality of matches, extremely great. He's got the right energy. He understands his role. He is he's perfect. He's a perfect fit for the face. He really is. And he worked hard to get to this point. That run he went on, where he went to Ring of Honor, he went to Japan, he went all over the place, proved himself, became a new version of himself. And I remember hearing all over the internet, like, oh, Cody Rhodes is doing some amazing work outside of WWE, then AEW, and then he would come back. Phenomenal. See, I think the reason Cody doesn't exactly breach the top 20, and maybe they talk about it in the write-up, is that first half of his career, right? In Legacy was fun with Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase Jr., but Cody didn't exactly come off strong. I think the best work in Cody Rhodes' early career would be Dashing Cody Rhodes and Undashing Cody Rhodes when he broke his nose against Rey Mysterio. That was great, and they made his theme song a little edgier. That was great stuff. Of course, Stardust, when he would team with his brother Dustin, Goldust and Stardust. People aren't going to forget that, but I always had a soft spot for Stardust, oddly enough. I think it was pretty cool paint, man. It was a good design. But where he is now, It's where he should be. And I'm glad WWE has given him this opportunity. It makes sense. And now let's look at who's in the actual top 20 of this list. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, the beginning of the decade, the first few years, he did accomplish a lot. He was the WWE champion twice, World Tag Team champion, Royal Rumble winner in 2001, WWE Hall of Fame in 2025 and 2007. Yeah, I think you need to have Austin on this list. His most recognizable work, of course, would be in the 90s, but we would get heel Austin in the 2000s, and he was still a huge star, man. He really was. And you could argue the Attitude Era extends all the way to about mid-2002, and Austin was still running it. I think more at that time, The Rock had surpassed him in status, but there's no denying Austin is amazing. If this was a 90s list, you'd probably put him at number 1. But yeah, I can't argue with Stone Cold being here. Even all the, the slight appearances you'll see at a WrestleMania, his podcast. I mean, he's doing good stuff right now, all right? You gotta love Steve Austin, man. He's great. He's great. Number 20, above Cody Rhodes in this century. Yeah, probably. Give Cody a year or two more, then you could bump him above in Austin. Just in the 2000s up. 19, AJ Styles. All right. WWE champion twice, Intercontinental champion 3 times, USA champion, baby, and the Raw Tag Team champion. Yeah, I think you need AJ Styles on this list. Of course, if we were including his work in TNA, he could probably be in the top 10. But man, I'm coming off of Crown Jewel. That was just last weekend. Well, not last weekend. This will probably come out on a Monday, so it's not the weekend before this video's release. It's the weekend before that weekend, all right? I'm recording this on Friday, October 17th, so it'll probably be the 20th when this video gets released. Yeah. But yeah, man, AJ Styles, absolute legend. I see no reason to not include him. I think his work has been pivotal. His WWE Championship reign's iconic. He gets the best out of everybody he's in the ring with. And like I was talking about Crown Jewel, that match with John Cena, that will be remembered forever. I promise you. AJ Styles. 18, Batista. I almost wonder, is this low for Batista? Of course, his whole career would take place in this century. And him and Cena were the faces of the company. Batista was a beast. I mean, let's look at these accomplishments. For one, WWE champion twice. World Heavyweight Championship 4 times. World Tag Team Champion 3 times. WWE Tag Team Champion. Royal Rumble winner twice. In 2005 and 2014. Nearly a decade apart. It's a lot of respect to Mr. Dave Batista. I think he's essential for this list. Especially as like a dominating champion. He's got the presence, he's got the superstar likeness. And who doesn't love seeing him in the ring? And that Royal Rumble 2005, that's some iconic stuff. Yeah. Batista. Oh, of course, all the work with Evolution cannot be forgotten. Historic, man. But yeah, I will just say again, should he be higher? Should he be higher on a list like this? Shawn Michaels. Oh, baby. What a run Shawn Michaels had in the 2000s. Let's look at the accolades. World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion, WWE World Tag Team Champion, Hall of Fame class 2011 and 2019. Now, on paper, you could look at this and go, he shouldn't be this high on the list. But the thing about Shawn Michaels, he would have most of his accolades in the 90s. In the 2000s, we got the best performances pretty much ever, man. I mean, we're talking Shawn Michaels versus John Cena, Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair, both encounters with The Undertaker, even him as the special guest referee at WrestleMania during the Triple H Undertaker match. I mean, these are some of the best matches of all time, all in the later half of Shawn Michaels' career. We're talking about somebody who's been around since the 80s, and he's doing all of these iconic moments in the 2000s. Yeah, Shawn Michaels belongs on this list, no doubt about it. 16, Jeff Hardy, baby. Let's go. This makes me happy. Let's look at, extensive list of accomplishments. WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion twice, Intercontinental 5 times, United States Champion, European Champion, Hardcore Champion 3 times, Light Heavyweight Champion, Raw Tag Team Champion, SmackDown Tag Team Champion, WWE World Tag Team Champion 5 times, WCW Tag Team Champion. I can almost guarantee nobody on this list will have a resume that stacks up to Jeff Hardy's. I swear to God, this man has won every title under the sun, and he's holding the NXT Tag Championship right now, as well as the TNA Tag Champion. He's a dual belt Tag Team Champion right now in 2025. Yeah, and if you were to include his work in TNA, especially in the early 2010s, you could probably put Jeff Hardy in the top 10. Is this a good spot for him? Well, first off, would I put him in the top 10? Yes, of course. I love Jeff Hardy. Is this a fair spot for this list? I think you could bump him up to 15. I think we could have him in the top 15, but could you name a more over face organically than Jeff Hardy in WWE history? Seriously, ask yourself that question. Because the answer is no. Great to see him here. Yeah, man, if he never, had those personal issues, which I can understand, God only knows how many more accolades he would have in WWE, but the world works in a funny way where we are at the right place at the right time for us to get to where we need to go. So I'm glad he has found the right spot. Number 15, Eddie Guerrero. God rest his soul. WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion twice, United States Champion, European Champion twice, WWE Tag Team Champion 4 times, Hall of Fame class of 2006. If we're talking just in-ring, up there with Benoit and Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles, I mean, Eddie Guerrero had that secret sauce. I know this is the second time I'm saying the secret sauce, but he has that X factor. He knows how to put on a performance. He lies, he cheats, he steals. Yeah, man, Eddie, super entertaining. One of the best chicken shit heels. No, the best chicken shit heel of all time. And seeing that now in like Dominic Mysterio, it's very exciting to watch. So many callbacks. Obviously, great rivalries, great matches, especially with Rey Mysterio in specific. And yeah, man, Eddie Guerrero. He needs to be on a list like this. Of course, his work in the 90s is amazing as well in WCW, but I think his WWE career is more prolific. Yeah. Number 14, we have CM Punk. Now, I'm a little bit shocked that CM Punk isn't in the top 10. But being that this is a WWE-centric list, once again, it makes sense. And I'll tell you why. He was gone for 10 years. 10 years, that's a long time to be gone. Let's look at these accomplishments. WWE champion twice. World heavyweight champion 4 times. Looks like Batista. A little bit of Batista on that resume. ECW world champion. Intercontinental champion. World tag team champion. Money in the Bank winner for 2008 and 2009. Man, even his early career, I remember when I was younger, I hated CM Punk because I was like, oh my God, he got Jeff Hardy fired. I hate him. That was how I interpreted it as a child, you know? But yeah, CM Punk, one of the most over faces in the company right now. His work as a heel, absolutely phenomenal. You're talking about 2011 to about 2014, 15, whenever it was that he left. It's some of the best work ever, man. In an era that really needed it. Summer of Punk was essential. His title reign, even though it wasn't amazing, it was deserved for him to hold that belt for so long. And when he won that belt and left that arena, that was special. That was a moment. You think about the pipe bomb. You think about John Cena rivalry. You think about Jeff Hardy rivalry. You think about the new Nexus, oddly stands out in my mind. You think about the Shield being introduced. There's a lot to love about Punk's career. You look at his blood feud with Seth Rollins that's been going on all year. You gotta love it. Yeah. 13, sure. I would have him in the top 10. Number 13, we have Triple H. Oh, it makes sense from a booking perspective because the Reign of Terror was real. Triple H was on top of the world in that mid-2000s, right? Let's look at these accolades because Triple H is not short of them by any means. We're seeing a WWE champion 6 times. That is no joke. World heavyweight champion 5 times. Intercontinental 2. Tag team champion. World tag team champion. Royal Rumble winner in 2002 and 2016. Remember that? Jeez. Hall of Fame class 2019 and 2025. You know, the game, as a kid, I loved Triple H, man. I thought he was the coolest dude ever. It's kind of hard to look at him in that way right now, because he is the boss, right? But as a performer, as a character, I think Triple H is essential to WWE, especially in the 2000s. Now, he had great work in the 90s, but unlike his partner Shawn Michaels, his more pivotal era would happen after the turn of the century. So yes, Triple H should be on a top 25 superstars of the 21st century, no doubt about it. Would I have put him above CM Punk? Personally, no. Above Jeff Hardy? Objectively, Probably, but personally, no. 12, Mr. Brock Lesnar. Yeah. WWE Champion 7 times, Universal Champion 3 times, King of the Ring 2002, Money in the Bank 2019. Isn't that so weird? Royal Rumble winner in 2002 and 2022. That's a 20-year gap between Royal Rumble wins. Yeah, man, every time Brock Lesnar is in the WWE, it is the biggest deal in the world. Of course, we're coming off of him squashing John Cena at WrestlePalooza. We have not seen him since. I mean, maybe he gets involved with the Vision. That's a possibility. But I will say, even though I am not Brock's biggest advocate, he does deserve his spot on a list like this. It makes sense. He's one of the biggest draws the company's ever seen. He might be the biggest draw the WWE has ever had. Just as a star. Of course, The Rock is a bigger star than Brock Lesnar, I know. But it's a big deal when Brock Lesnar's on WWE television. So yeah, number 12, I'm glad he's not in the top 10 because, I mean, he has the accolades for it. He ended the goddamn streak. Can we believe that? And how many times did he main event WrestleMania? With Roman Reigns specifically? He's the big bad monster of the WWE. Sure. Why not? Suplex City, baby. Edge. Ooh. Outside of the top 10? I'm not too sure how I feel about that because I think Edge is essential, but if we're making that caveat for CM Punk, Edge was gone for an even longer amount of time. I think I said 10 years with Punk. With Edge, it was actually like over 10 years. He is a 4-time WWE champion, a 7-time World Heavyweight champion. Jesus. Intercontinental 4. World Tag Team 12. WWE Tag Team 2. King of the Ring 2001. Money in the Bank 2005. Royal Rumble winner 2010 and 2021. What an exciting win that was. And Hall of Famer in 2012. Now, Edge is one of the most believable and best heels in the 21st century, without a doubt. I think of his work with Jeff Hardy. I think of his work with John Cena. His work as a team with Christian. There's a lot to like about Edge. Yeah. Even his work with Matt Hardy, of course. Even though there's a tension there, right? Number 11, I think you put Edge in the top 10 because I'm sure we're going to see at least one name that should not be as high as it is. I guess we'll find out soon. We are going into the top 10 now. Oh boy. Daniel Bryan. 4-time WWE Champion, World Heavyweight, Intercontinental, United States, Tag Team Champion, SmackDown Tag Team Champion, and Money in the Bank 2011 winner. Okay. My personal opinion, about half the people on this list I would put above Daniel Bryan. I've never really been his biggest fan. I understand how amazing he is in the ring. because he is. He's one of the most phenomenal technical wrestlers we have seen in the WWE from an in-ring standpoint, without a doubt. And he is super organically over. The Yes movement shook the world. When I posed that question earlier, is anybody more organically over than Jeff Hardy? If you said Daniel Bryan, you might be right. You might be right. But for me, as a fan, I have immense respect for Daniel Bryan, but for me, he's never been one of my guys. He really hasn't. So would I have him this high on the list? No. Do I understand why he's this high on the list? Absolutely. I get it. Yeah. I guess we'll keep marching forward here. Big write-up for Daniel Bryan. I mean, we are in the top 10 now. Number 9, The Rock. Much like Stone Cold, his work in the 90s was... It was more essential, but in the 2000s, The Rock was the biggest star in the goddamn world. You got the WWE champion, WCW champion, tag team champion. Let me run through that again. He's a 4-time WWE champion, a 2-time WCW, 2-time tag, and the Royal Rumble winner in 2000. Yeah, I mean, he's the biggest star the company has ever made. It's either him or Hulk Hogan. In terms of pure Hollywood success, well, now you could throw Cena in there too. The Rock, Cena, and Hogan. They're kind of on a level far above everybody else. And yeah, man. Yeah, The Rock, his work in the 2000s was essential. Now, him coming back, being this... Well, let's be clear. He had 2 WrestleMania main events with John Cena. That is huge. The once in a lifetime, then twice in a lifetime. How could you forget? But we also have his work in The Bloodline and The Final Boss. His character work is there. His appearances, not really anymore. You'd be hard-pressed to get Rock around for a while. But that's okay. We don't need to lean on The Rock. We're far past the time of that. Would I put him in the top 10? Maybe not. In terms of just the 21st century, well, yeah, he pretty much is Mr. SmackDown. When that brand started, I guess The Rock should be in the top 10. Who am I kidding? Yeah, he belongs here. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a sip of my water. Hold tight. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. All right. Let's keep it marching. Yeah, The Rock. Oh, and of course, Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania was one of the biggest deals ever, man. Ever. Seth Rollins, number 8. So we have our answer. He will not be above Roman Reigns, but he absolutely deserves the top 10 position. Let's look at this huge accomplishment list. WWE Championship, twice. World Heavyweight, twice. Universal, twice. Intercontinental, twice. United States, twice. Crown Jewel Champion this year. Raw Tag Team Champion, 6 times. Money in the Bank winner, twice. 2014, 2015, and the Royal Rumble winner in 2019. Man, 2025, of course, Seth, I think, is injured. For real this time. Not like SummerSlam. From that diving headbutt coast to coast. It looked like his arm was out the rest of the match at Crown Jewel. And Braun Breaker, of course, attacks Seth Rollins. There's a video on the channel about who should be the next World Heavyweight Champion. In fact, it should be the video that came out just before this one. Haven't seen it, go back and watch it now. This has been one of the greatest years in Seth Rollins' career. He has felt like the biggest deal in the world on Monday Night Raw. He is running the show. The work with the Vision, awesome. Yeah, number 8, you could probably even argue top 5, because Seth Rollins, since he's been in the company, has been a nonstop workhorse, main event, Mr. Reliable. Love him. Love his work. Amazing in-ring performer. Amazing personality. Great on the microphone. Absolutely hilarious. Maybe the best heel since Edge. Okay. Made a little cut there. Had to go do something real quick, but we're going to round out this list. We're going into number 7, Kurt Angle. Absolutely, man. Once again, I mean, this goes for all these guys. They're going to be great in-ring performers. That's what you expect at the top of this list. Kurt Angle, especially, man, if we were including his work in TNA, he should be number 1 for Christ's sakes. But yeah, let's see it. These accolades. We have WWE Championship 4 times, WCW Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental, European, Hardcore, WCW United States. I wasn't even aware of that belt, truthfully. WWE Tag Champion, King of the Ring 2000, Hall of Fame 2017. What a stacked resume, baby. And yeah, if we're talking match quality, perfect. If we're talking comedy angles, dude, nobody is funnier than Kurt Angle. And just great storytelling, man. He's the complete package. It doesn't get much better than a Kurt Angle. I think you put him in the top 5. I think 7 is even underselling him. Let's see. Let's try to guess the top 5. I mean, we have number 6 that we haven't seen yet. I think we're going to see Roman Reigns, John Cena, Randy Orton. Who else? John Cena, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton. 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. They don't put Drew McIntyre this high, do they? We haven't seen him, not even in the honorable mentions. Maybe he's number 6. All right, we'll try to guess the rest after we see number 6. Who's it going to be? The Undertaker. Wow. That's somebody you would think is in the top 5. I mean, yeah, the 2000s was his most... Well, not the 2000s. The 21st century is easily his most defining era. Of course, 90s Taker, it was a little silly with the Ministry of Darkness and everything going on. The 80s, you know, he was a very mystical figure when he first appeared. A little silly looking with the purple, right? But 2000s, when we got the American Badass, and then the truest version of the Phenom, the Dead Man, that last few years of the streak before he lost, it's some of the greatest stuff. I mean, wow. The streak alone probably should have had him in the top 5. Even after the streak was officially broken, he would still have some great matches. I think about CM Punk versus Undertaker is really cool. Of course, the work he did with AJ Styles, I believe, and Bray Wyatt. Yeah, man, you gotta love The Undertaker. I think about his feuds with Kane. I think about his feuds with Triple H. I think about Shawn Michaels. Yeah. Let's see, WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion 3 times, Hardcore champion, Tag Team champion, WCW Tag Team champion, Royal Rumble winner '07, Hall of Fame class 2022. And the write-up, the most iconic character in WWE history. How can you deny that? Should Undertaker be in the top 5? Absolutely. But since he's not, let's try to guess the rest. I don't want to take too long trying to guess, but let's have some fun, all right? John Cena, Roman Reigns. Who'd I say? Maybe they put Rey Mysterio in there. Never even considered that, but we could see Rey Mysterio in the top 5. I bet you he's next. Let's see. I have not looked at this list. Oh, Chris Jericho. How could I forget Y2J? Yeah. Top 5 for sure, man. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't put him top 5. I mean, he's got some great work in the 90s, WCW. But, oh, man, he was the first true undisputed champion holding both of the titles. Undisputed WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion 3 times, WCW World Champion twice, Intercontinental 9 times, pretty much the king of that belt. United States twice, European Hardcore, Tag Team 5 times. He's the complete package. He really is. You're going to get great performances. Any era of Jericho. I think about Kurt Angle, matches with Kurt Angle. You can think about matches with anybody. I mean, Kevin Owens in some of his later years with the WWE definitely stand out. Yeah, Chris Jericho, man, you could throw him in anything. I can't believe I completely wasn't even thinking about a Chris Jericho in a list like this. Is number 5 a little high? Maybe not, but I wouldn't have put him above The Undertaker. And if Rey Mysterio is on this list, I probably wouldn't have had him in the top 5. But let's see what they do. Okay, yeah, Rey Mysterio number 4. Yeah, once I thought about it, we hadn't seen him. Eddie was on the list. Rey had to be on the list. Number 4 feels really high. Personally, that's personal. If we're talking in-ring performance and a style that he's really the flag bearer of Lucha Libre and probably the best to ever do it as well. I mean, some of these new guys are insane. We're talking a Rey Fenix, Penta, Dragon Lee, pretty much all the guys in AAA right now. We're seeing hold on, this name is a mouthful. Hijo del Vikingo. That's my best attempt. Okay, let's read this resume. WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion twice, Intercontinental twice, USA thrice, Cruiserweight thrice, Tag Champ quadruple, SmackDown Tag Champ, Royal Rumble winner 2006, which is one of the most impressive Royal Rumble performances we've ever seen. Jesus. And Hall of Fame class 2023. Now, Rey Mysterio, I think of his feuds with Edge, Batista, his work with Kurt Angle. I think about his work with The Undertaker. I think about his work with, The Big Show. Yeah, dude, put Rey in the ring with anybody, you're going to get an amazing match. He's explosive. The best high flyer, the best pure high flyer ever. Historically speaking. I think Rey is this high on this list for being the face of Lucha Libre. And if that's the qualifier for why he's this high, sure. Why not? I love Rey. As a kid, he was one of my favorite wrestlers. He's been injured most of this year. He did miss WrestleMania. We were going to see him beat El Grande, but he wasn't there to do it. So now El Grande is kind of still a thing. Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, overachiever. Yeah, he overachieved. That is for sure. Yeah. Okay, number 3, we have Roman Reigns. 4-time WWE Champion, 2-time Universal, Intercontinental, United States Tag Team Champion, Royal Rumble winner 2015. Roman Reigns has never been one of my guys. I've never been in love with Roman Reigns' character. I know as the tribal chief he's way better, but for the longest time I could not get the taste of 2015, 2016 out of my mouth. Probably even up till last year. Call me crazy. But I just had a hard time forgetting that. I actually stopped watching WWE for a long time because of the way Roman Reigns was being forced down our throats as the audience. So yeah, there's a little disdain there. But now he main events WrestleMania every time it's on. Let's see. The last 3. Randy Orton number 2 absolutely deserves it. I think number 2 is the correct position as well. I would put him number 2 above Roman Reigns. 10-time WWE Champion, 4-time Heavyweight, Intercontinental, United States World Tag Team, Raw Tag Team twice, SmackDown, Money in the Bank 2013, Royal Rumble winner 2009, 2013. Jesus Christ, what a resume. 3rd-generation superstar. I mean, what could you say about Randy Orton, the Viper, the legend killer, youngest world champion of all time? He's done it all. He's still going. I think we're going to see a huge heel turn on Cody Rhodes, and I think he's going to tie Ric Flair, maybe even beating John Cena's record when it's all said and done. And that leaves us with John Cena number 1. Absolutely. 14-time WWE Champion, 3-time World Heavyweight, 5-time United States Champion, 2-time Tag Champ, 2-time World Tag Champ, Money in the Bank 2012, Royal Rumble winner 2008, 2013. Say what you will about John Cena, the ups and downs of his career. There's no superstar to compare to John Cena in the 21st century in terms of accolade, iconicness. His legendary matches stand out as something special, man. And he elevates. He's always been a company man. Even as a part-timer, he was always willing to put other people over. This heel run, say what you will, about the retirement tour, I've been loving it since the start. I know people have their problems with especially the WrestleMania match and how the plot was handled and how the face turn was handled. I don't care because I was happy we got to see this version of John Cena. We waited so long for it. And it felt deserved. It felt deserved. And yeah, let's just look at the write-up a little bit. Yeah, the moment John Cena walked through that curtain on June 27th, 2002 episode of SmackDown, confronted Kurt Angle, he forever changed WWE. Yes. I mean, dude, Cena's debut is literally used as a marker as the end of the Attitude Era into the Ruthless Aggression Era. That's how pivotal his first TV appearance is. The game was forever changed. And honestly, I'm so grateful for John Cena for what he did. How can you not love him? Even the Super Cena era. I remember getting really sick of John Cena when I was young. But retrospectively, looking back at it, I'm glad it happened. And maybe I'll feel the same way about Roman Reigns in another few years when he's retiring, I'll say, hey, man, 15, 16, those years had to happen to get to where Roman Reigns is today. But regardless, this is the list. Bleacher Report's top 25 wrestlers of the 21st century. Cena number 1, Randy number 2, Roman number 3, Ray number 4, Jericho 5. Great top 5. Not exactly what I would have. Maybe I'll make a top 25 wrestlers list, but who knows. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one with the Raw podcast. Bye-bye.